I talk a whole lot about Nickelodeon on here. It's one of my favorite all-time networks. Used to absolutely love it. I spend most of my days watching old classic Nickelodeon bumpers just to remind me that I have a soul, and that it used to actually be a fun network that wasn't just about the sponge. Now, I love SpongeBob as much as anybody. Heck, I'm doing a SpongeBob retrospective that I've been horribly neglecting as of late, but just listen to this schedule for Nick at Night, and keep in mind, this is their bog standard schedule for every night of the week, and this is on a weekend. 10 p.m. on right now, Friends, the one with the cop. 10:30 p.m., Friends, the one with Rachel's inadvertent kiss. 11 p.m., Friends, the one where Ross can't flirt. 11:30 p.m., Friends, the one with the ride-along. 12 a.m., Friends, the one with the ball. 12:30 a.m., Friends, the one with Joey's big break. 1 a.m., Friends, the one in Vegas, part 1. 1:35 a.m., Friends, the one in Vegas. 2:09 a.m., Friends, the one after Vegas. 2:44 a.m., Mike and Molly, Vince takes a bath. 3:18 a.m., Mike and Molly, Mike likes cake, don't we all? 3:50 a.m., Mike and Molly, Molly in the middle. 4:24 a.m., Mike and Molly, Mike's the boss. 4:55 a.m., Mike and Molly, yard sale. 5:27 a.m., Mom, Bert and Ernie and a blessing of the people. What the fudge? And then at 6 a.m., Nickelodeon starts back up again with Paw Patrol. I don't even think they have Nick Jr. anymore. I think it's its own network. But does anybody remember what Nick at Night used to be? Does anybody? Anybody at all? Does anybody remember all of the old classic sitcoms back in the day? They even had some of the old black and white sitcoms like I Love Lucy. They had the George Lopez show, which admittedly wasn't the greatest in the world. Not a big fan of George Lopez, but hey, people liked it. It was a heck of a lot better than a nonstop Friends marathon sprinkled in with some Mike and Molly and one episode of Mom. You know, Mom with Anna Faris. The one about the mom who's constantly, the biggest joke is that she's always drunk. You know, that Mom. It's a show called Mom. Now, before Jennifer Aniston and crew hijacked this network at night, I mean, it was fantastic. There was such a wide variety of shows available for people to watch and to consume, and it was a really great experience. And I guess because they got the rights to Friends, somebody at the office was a huge fan, and they said, hey, I know, why don't we marathon Friends for the whole night? Oh, don't worry, we'll sprinkle 2 other shows in. Hope you don't like Mom, because you'll have to wake up at the butt crack of dawn before work and getting ready with the kids in order to watch it. Huh? Isn't that fun? Who thought that was a good idea? Do they think that people just don't care about TV enough, so screw it, we're just going to do whatever we want? It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I don't, from a perspective of somebody, if I was being put in a position of managing this network, why do this? It's the same as running SpongeBob all day and mixing it in with occasional Loud House or Patrick Star Show or the CG Camp Coral, that's what it is. Whatever that abomination is. These stupid spin-offs that Steven Hillenburg never wanted. There's no strategy with these networks. This used to be prime-time programming at its finest. This was the majority of the old 90s sitcoms I saw through Nick at Night. A combination of Nick at Night and I believe TBS and ABC Family. And then Disney Channel had Boy Meets World, all of these sorts of things. But it's all gone. Jennifer Aniston took all of the old sitcoms out back with a 12-gauge shotgun and she killed them. They're gone. Never to be seen again. I can still hear George Lopez kicking and screaming. It's like she put him in her trunk. Never to be seen again. The last time he was seen, he was old and scraggly and doing a podcast and a show with his daughter. I mean, what happened? Whose idea was this? It couldn't have been Brian Robbins, who runs Paramount, because he created all that. He's a creative guy. He was an actor. He was a creative. But he let whoever's in charge of Nick at Night go wild. And by go wild, I mean, you love Friends? Here's Friends all the time. And 2 other shows, one of which only gets 1 episode. What even? It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I know, look, I get everybody is into the streaming thing. Everybody wants to be on Paramount Mountain because it's got Sylvester Stallone's face. But for crying out loud, people, TV still exists. People still pay for TV. Could we at least get something, those of us who subscribe to linear broadcast? Can we not get those slim pickings? Please? Can we get an old Nick at Night? Did they just run out of the redistribution rights to all of those programs that they once had? They couldn't have, because most of them are on Pluto and Paramount Plus. But oh no, Nick at Night isn't special anymore. We don't get any good Nick at Night. We just have to spend half our time at Central Perk Cafe all the time. Don't you want to be there? Aren't you ever tired of seeing that set? I mean, come on, I really just... Why? I mean, I've gone from this is hilarious to it's just disappointing. It's disappointingly hilarious because there's no strategy. It's literally just friends. Mike and Molly gets 5 episodes, and then Mom finishes off the block at 5:27 in the morning. Who is waiting up till 5:27 in the morning to watch Mom? It's like, okay, what's a show that we can acquire? Well, Mom, okay, we'll cap off the block with that, and then it's right into Paw Patrol by the time the kids are up. I don't know any kids who are up at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. Even when I got up for church, I think that was like 8 o'clock as a kid. It is ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense. They changed the logo. The logo I've got right here that you're looking at on screen, that was the logo they had before they switched to the ugly Roboto font. It was infinitely better. They didn't even put a moon in the Roboto font. At least bring back the splat moon, Brian Robbins. Come on now. Don't disappoint me like that. Don't make me call Jennifer Aniston. Point being, this is tragic. Nick at Night used to be an institution in people's households. People used to stay up. I used to go back and forth between Nick at Night and Adult Swim. I was like, this was great. Then all of a sudden, what's this crap? What is Friends doing here? Isn't Friends on TBS for most of the day? That's a video for another day. What the heck happened to TBS? But for now, thank you very much for watching. This has been a very confused Super Koopa TV. I will see you guys next time. If any of you knows what's going on, if you have connections to Paramount, let me know down in the comments. God bless. Have a good one. Peace.